To teach truth without goodness is to walk as one who is blind, because goodness is what teaches and leads, and truth is what is taught and led. Unless truth is illuminated by goodness, or unless faith is enlightened by loving kindness, there is nothing but darkness. Truth does not shine from itself, because there is nothing flaming in it alone. It shines from goodness, for goodness is like a flame that gives forth light. We are not made happy by the true things we believe from our faith, but by the goodness that comes from our faith. We cannot feel and perceive the divine life in the Word of God, except when we have a spiritual love for truth as we read it. We're on with the Lord through the Word. There's something intimately touching our heart and spirits, which it flows with light into our understanding and bear witness. Faith is truth acknowledged in the heart. You have achieved wisdom when you no longer have any concern about understanding what is true and good, but willing and living it. If you know all the good and truth that can be known, but do not turn away from evil desires, you know nothing. It is utterly useless for you to know many things if you do not live by what you know. For knowledge has no other purpose than that you may become spiritual through it. When you have become spiritual, you have much more than a person who knows countless things and yet is not spiritual. For what the latter seeks by much knowledge you already have. What makes us human is not a farm having a human face and a human body, but having wisdom in our minds and goodness in our hearts. As one tone does not produce a harmony, neither is a truth that stands alone complete. Spiritual power is to desire the well-being of another and to desire to give to another as far as possible what is within us. Since the angels in heaven receive goodness from the Lord, they long for nothing more than to perform useful service. These services are the very delight of their lives, and it is from them that they enjoy bliss and happiness. The more nearly you become one with the Lord, the more distinctly you appear to yourself to be your own master. And yet, the more clearly you recognize that you belong to the Lord. So far as you approach and draw near to God, doing so entirely as if of your own accord, so far does God approach and draw near to you, and become one with you in your inmost being. We're born without factual knowledge, so that we may come into all knowledge, and progress into intelligence, and through this into wisdom. We're born without love, so that we may come into all love. By using what we have learned for love for God and others, we become one with God, and by means of this become truly human, and enter into eternity. We become truly rational when our sensual life is ruled by our spiritual life. But when our sensual life is not ruled by the latter, we become sensual. Whether we are rational or sensual can hardly be discerned by others, but we can discern it if we explore our inner self. The tendencies of will and thought. We can receive some indication of whether we are rational or sensual from our own life, not as it appears, but from the inner quality that shows itself in our action. The love in marriage of one man to one woman is the precious jewel of human life. In its essence, true love in marriage is nothing else than the willing of two to be one. That is their desire that two lives shall become one life. Our love for ourselves and our love for the world are by creation heavenly loves. They are love of the natural part of us, which serves spiritual loves as a foundation serve a house. When we have no love of serving God and other people, then from being heavenly those loves become hellish. To prepare to receive and become one with God, we must live within divine order. The laws of order are all the commandments of God. We can become one with God only through love and loving actions. Love being the essence of spiritual connection. Wisdom teaches you how to act with your heart, and love makes you practice what you realize. If you want eternal happiness, believe that you will live after death. This is the truth to always be kept in mind.